Tell me what would have happened if Jesus didn't die? How would I live without him in my life? And where would I go without him by my side? Who will wipe away these tears when I cry? That's why everybody knows God lives in me. In my life, I show God lives in me. Loving him is wrong and I don't want to be right. And it's about that time you let him into your life. Me, who can change your mind? Who can make it right? Who can turn your rainy days into sunshine? Who pick up the pieces when you threw it all away? God did it. God did it. Tell you what happens when you let it go. Blessings on blessings overflow. And now you know you got a seed in the ground. Watch it grow. Everybody knows God lives in you. In your life, you show that God lives in you. And him is wrong, and I don't want to be right. And it's about that time you let him into your life. God did it. What are you doing, Spice? It's about that time you let him into your life. Who can change your mind? Who can make it right? Who can turn the rainy day into sunshine? Who pick up the pieces when you all away? God did it. Who can make it right? Miss Patty, how you doing? All the way. Just put this in yesterday. Some corn, bud files, and some melons. New strawberry bed. New one we just added. Bunch of fig cuttings, uh, pineapples, guavas. Still blooming like crazy. Just up potted that one. Gotta repot that one. Fig starting to wake up. Just repotted this brown celeste satsuma. Look at that Myers lemon though. Got lemons on it already, right? Still got all kind of lemons on it, and still all kind of blooms waiting to open. It's doing great. It's loving this weather too. Over here, just put these sweet potato slips in right here in this row. These potatoes, I made a video about them when I planted them. You see they coming up. Put some cukes over here. They wilted over. Maybe they'll be all right in the next few days. They coming up. Strawberries looking pretty good in this bed. They looking good. Just bought. I made a live earlier about when I was at the flea market. Got me a golden plum. This thing is already blooming, and only paid what $15 for it. Look at it. G Mama Grow. Look at it. Bees is all over it. It's a golden plum. Paid $15 for it. I got it at the flea market this morning. Nice size tree too. Still gotta find out where I'm gonna put it. Might put it over there. You see them apples, the queen over there, she's flowering. Granny Smith apple. Hoping my Kiefer pears, if blessing on blessings overflow. And if you don't know, now you know. You got a seed in the ground. Watch it grow. That's when everybody know that God lives in you. In your, you show that God lives in you. Look like someone might have took. We got a few freezing nights after they start blooming. It's that new onion bed coming up right there. Garlic, I believe in utilizing all my space. So I got garlic up under my fruit tree. That pineapple pear did nothing. Looking great though compared to most years. Just fertilized it, put some compost underneath it. Looking great though. It didn't flower or nothing, but it's looking good compared to most years. And this is my moon gold Mongolian, however you want to say it. Only flower bud so far, but look as big the cluster is. There's one, two, three, 4, 5. It's like 10 just right there. But you can look at the rest of the tree. See nothing. Nothing. And I put onions under here too. She got a bunch of onion sets for real cheap. So, she loves her onions. So, got them everywhere. Grow Mo in 2024. This is my Bartlett pear. It's starting to leaf out over here on this side. It's going into what? I think it's third year in the ground. I think third or fourth year. And it usually been giving me a couple every year since I put it in the ground. Yeah, I think it's going in the third year. Look, y'all can what a roll boutique. Y'all can see these. Yeah, over here starting to come to life. This first one right here is that Honeycrisp apple. You can see there's no flower buds on that one. But right beside it, it's showing out. It's the queen. That's what I call it. That's a Granny Smith apple. What are them tulips, I think. Them tulips down there. You see them chives, boy. Them chives coming back looking good. And then I got Blue Thompson plum. I got a quince right there I just planted from Miss Sue Miller. Some sugarcane jujube cuttings that I rooted last year. They're right there. They hadn't did anything yet, but they're still green, so they're good. I think my lemon thyme died. I think my rosemary died. So I got some more rosemary. But I'm gonna have to root some more sage. And my oregano, I love my oregano, so I got oregano around everything. Some oregano and some lemon balm. That's a 5-in-1 plum right here. One that's leafed out here. That's a bush apricot. It hadn't leafed out yet. And a gala apple right there. And gooseberries. You got a dwarf pomegranate right there that hadn't leafed out. And more garlic all underneath here. Rosebush, red nectarine, uh, Odom apple, that little one right there. That's the Odom apple. I grew that one from seed. And that's the crab apple that comes from Arbor Day. And it's a red delicious. That's my red nectarine right here. It was doing terrible. I moved it over here. That's some Red Haven peach. And behind it is Arkansas black. Independent nectarine that I got from off a gift card from Mr. Arthur Butler. More strawberries, flowers, bringing in pollinator. Tamika Davis, thanks for coming. And I got my Golden Delicious. The newest one is a Fuji apple and some sweet, sweet, sweet pie blackberries. And I got some more strawberries underneath there, and a couple bananas that died back, and a trifoliage orange, and a fig cutting that I put over there. So that hadn't started coming back up yet. So started putting stuff out. But I don't know where I'm gonna put that golden plum. I got all these fig cuttings, some guava cuttings. It's already rooted. These pineapples up pot. It's a little bitty one that really needs to be up out of that one too. It's leaning. Look at it. I think I did that when I was moving. But this Myers lemon is really doing good this year. Considering, mind you, now this thing died back last year. This thing is really 4 years old. It died back last year during the winter. Died back to like maybe like 6 or 7 inches. And then it grew this much last year and it's still giving me lemons. What's better than that? Very resistant. Pomegranate right there I got from Juicing with Jay cutting. Uh, we'll have to see if that's gonna come back. I don't know. Even with me putting these figs off in here, most of them took a lot of dye back. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see till they leaf out and see where to cut and where not to cut. That's what I always do. Yeah, I got a lot of varieties in that first one right there. That's a Desert King. My Black Michigan died all the way back to the ground, but I seen it's a little growth, so I'm thinking it'll be back pretty soon. K. Renee's garden, my Panage Tiger, it died back. Then I got a Ashia right there. It's finally it's see the green right there. It's a Ashia green that's coming back. Panage Tiger's not doing nothing yet. Yeah, everything's looking pretty decent. Starting to come back. Starting to look like spring. I just see somebody else. I ain't see who the name was. It keep flopping off. I'm on this laptop. But I appreciate you coming, whoever it was. Mediterranean Paradise. I'm saying that right. Hope so. Yeah. These strawberries, the ones over there is actually farther along. They in more sun than these are. You can see up here. Bunch of tree cover back here. So stuff back here don't get as much sun as the south side over here. That's why most of the stuff is planted on the south side. That's why I moved them berries from up there, my blueberries, to over here so they can be in more sun. Just planted some peppers there, so I'm hoping they're gonna be all right. Some rhino peppers. Uh, planted one tomato down there. I forgot what kind it was though. I got the tag on it. Yeah, I just put a corn here. Some peaches and cream corn. Most of these blueberries are starting to put out their bells. This is my Fuyu persimmon. Hadn't leafed out, did nothing yet. Did a scratch test on it, so it's still alive, but hadn't leafed out yet. This is my bean. Did a scratch test on it. It's still alive, but it hasn't leafed out yet either. So we're just waiting to see on those. The new ones I planted yesterday. The first one is a Lebanon red, and then it's a magnolia, and I got a strawberry verta, and then that's a honey Italian honey, and a Texas everbearing. This is a Niagara grape. It was a cutting last year that gave me fruit that I took off of my Niagara grapes, but it hadn't leafed out yet. I moved it down here. A lot of the raspberries are starting to come back underneath. I got red heritage, just added some brandy wine and some anthers. Blackberries is coming in pretty good. I hadn't flowered yet though. This is a grape. Yeah, this is a grape variety of Concord grape. It's starting to leaf out. Them Nat King cherries is exploding. You can see y'all. I'm hoping all this all fruit set actually. Violet Day Bordeaux starting to leaf out from the bottom. Yeah, that's all I'm out here doing. Put this bamboo cage over top of my blueberries. because we keep the birds off of them. Big bamboo cage here. Just some bamboo stuck in the ground with some bird netting over top of it, some smaller bird netting on the top, insect netting, then bird netting on the side. So the bees can still get in and out of it, but the birds can't. So that'll be a good thing. And put it all the way to the ground so the snakes can still crawl underneath it. So they don't get caught, snakes get caught in it. So maybe this little opening right there with a clip. Got a clip right there that just keep it open. Just something simple. Don't spend that much money. More onions coming up here. The whole road actually that I planted about a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. I planted more onions around off in there. I told you we got a lot of onions. So I planted a lot more around there and some more strawberry plants. But some of these strawberries over here, they're already got berries on them, little berries forming on them. And these supposed to be June bearing strawberries, but I usually start picking them about a couple months, about a couple weeks to a month before June, and they usually last a couple months after June. So yeah, but I'm very happy that Lampin's cherry is flowered this year. It'll been its third year in the ground here. It was a 2-1. It was a bing on this side. The bing never came alive. I mean, it's Lampin did, so that's why I got that bing right there. I got another bing there, plus these cherry bushes. I don't know if these cherry bushes fertilize, pollinate the at Lampin's cherry, but hey, they bloom at the same time. It looks like they're getting pollinated. You see all of those bees all over it. Well, they ain't actually bees, I mean wasps. Look like wasps is pollinating them. This wind has been terrible. I've been having to come out here and keep beating these poles back down because this wind has been terrible. 45 to 50 miles per hour winds in the last week and a half. It's been really terrible. I was so glad to take that top off of that greenhouse. So all that wind had string pretty much over top of them like bungee string, zipping it down. But it was terrible. So I was glad to take that off. But yeah, I was just out here showing. Made a little live earlier at the flea market when I was at the flea market when I got that golden plum from. I said they had a clementine orange over it, nice sized tree, blooming already, but it was $100, and it was like I say maybe 3 foot, maybe 2.5 foot, and navel orange, same price, $100. What else I see? I don't know. You just gotta watch that video. Yeah, it's a lot, and that was $100 though. Maybe that's why I was thinking like 3 years ago, I could have got the same thing from there for like 35, 40 at the most. Now they $100. Oh no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm out here getting stuff going, putting stuff in the ground, taking stuff out, putting cover over stuff so I can keep some of my fruit and working. Finna go around and start harvesting a bunch of these dandelions and drying them so I can make me have me tea for all winter. Cause ain't nothing better than some dandelion tea with a little honey. Sweetened with honey with a little lemon or a lemon balm. Oh, so good, so good. So yeah, I want to keep. I had a couple glasses. I gotta have some more. So I see a lot of them coming up. So what I'm finna do. I'm finna plan on harvesting a lot of these dandelions. And I just use the flowers. You know, a lot of people use the roots and the leaves. I just use the flowers, and that's what I use to make my teas with. Yeah, that's what I use to make my teas with. The sun is perfect. Yeah, but that's all I'm doing. I'm out here working, enjoying the sun, enjoying a beautiful day, seeing where else I can find space to grow something else at, throw something else in the ground, seeing what all I can air layer and take cuttings of so I can have to sell or give away. At Myers Lemon, I'm finna do some air layers on that. I'm just waiting to that them stalks to get more browner than that. And I'm gonna, cause there's a couple branches down there that's way too low, but they got so much fruit on them. I don't want to do cuttings on them. This Nagami kumquat, camera background. This Nagami kumquat, you can see it died back, and now it's got one, two, three, four, five, six branches, and they all got fruit. So I'm gonna do some cuttings on that, keep this one, and then do some air layers. I mean, once them stems get more browner, do some air layers and take all of this off, and just keep this one and encourage it to branch out. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing. And this me wall, I would love to take this one right here because it's so close to the ground. So I really want to take that one off too. Yeah, and then that's them more trees. I can be five off of that Nagami, one or two off of that me wall, and like three. I think it's like three branches on here that I need to take off of this Myers lemon and let it grow up more. I gotta repot this and so it can start take off for this spring. And all I'm gonna do, see how it done sunk down. That's because last year when I up potted, I put a bunch of shredded leaves in the bottom and soil and compost. And that's how I built it up. So now you can see it done sunk down. It's setting very low off in there, so it's time to be up potted. And I'm hoping this brown celeste go ahead and takes off. Since I up potted it, it was really root bound all winter. So yeah, I'm hoping that takes off. So yeah. And I got that Frankenstein. Used to be a Moore's. Oh, I seen a Moore's blood orange there too. $100. Beautiful tree. Maybe about 3.5 foot. But man, whew, it's hard to turn loose of that $100, boy. I know how much work I got to do for that $100. Man, yeah, that used to be a Moore's blood orange. Like I said, they took all my citrus and guava took a lot of dieback last year. No, the year before last, and it died back. So the Moore's blood orange part died, and that is rootstock. So I'm letting, I'm waiting, and I'm gonna put lot of different varieties on there. Like I'm gonna take a piece of my each one of my kumquats and add on to it. I'm gonna take a piece of my Myers lemon and add on to it. I'm gonna take a piece of this brown celeste assuming I'm gonna add on to it, and whatever else I can find to put on it that I can get to take. And I'm gonna graft all that in it on it, and because it's gonna be in a container for its whole life. And I gotta repot that too, up pot it a little bit. Well, really not up pot. I probably just prune some of the roots, add some more soil because you can see they sunk down too, and that's where I used a bunch of shredded leaves last year when I up potted. Yeah, save a lot of money by using shredded leaves, but you know that next year you're gonna have to, and they'll feed it for about that whole year and a half. So they'll feed that tree. But as they start breaking down, you're gonna have to keep adding, lift your trees up. Yeah, so that's what I do. That's how I've been doing it for a long time. But thank y'all for coming. Just a little quick live I was doing. I appreciate each one, every one of y'all that spent a little 24, 25 minutes with me. I appreciate the 8 likes. And I'll see y'all on these streets. I think the chat will be coming on here in a little while.